Hello there, and welcome to another Sims 4 CAS build. This is the family that goes in that big old house that we just did the two-parter on. This is the Blackburn family. This is Juliana, and she's a master chef, which means she has the essence of flavor. She's family oriented, she loves the outdoors, she's a foodie, and she has 3 of the kids biologically in this family. Then her husband has 2 of the kids biologically in this family, and the grandmother in this family is his biological parent. They are a blended family. You can kind of tell based on hair color. Fun fact, I didn't actually do that. So this family ended up a little bit weird in terms of build. You'll see me kind of like go through all of them pretty quickly. I start with her and then I end up going through all of them pretty quickly, and then coming back and doing their actual like clothing and stuff, because I started working on them. And what I always do is I always try to kind of lay out, with the exception of pets. I kind of sometimes like rue on pets a little bit, but I always go and try to lay out the family members, so I have kind of an idea of how many I'm going to do and stuff. And then I go back and I do like their actual clothing items and stuff. So I do like their personalities and all that. And what ended up happening was I laid them all out, and I was gonna go through and do their personalities and stuff one by one like usual, and I had to quit the game. And so I had to go through really fast and be like, okay, what was the general gist of what I wanted for each person? Okay, let me figure this out real fast, because I had to save and quit, and I didn't want to lose the Sims, but it also meant that I didn't get to tweak their physiques at all, and I had to make quick fire decisions on their personalities. And so what ended up happening was this really fun, almost sort of kind of random genetics challenge, in that I basically went through and laid them all out sort of roughly, got the like skeleton of the family dynamic laid out the way I wanted it to, and then I had to rush through and pick their personalities and stuff really fast and didn't get to modify them. I mean, I know I could have done like full edit CAS, but I kind of thought it would be fun to not, because I had saved and closed the game, and you can pop them back into CAS, but all you can change is their aspirations and their clothing. And so I was like, that's cool. I think you can change your names too, potentially, because they let you do that for marriages and stuff. But so it was kind of fun because like there's body types in here that I don't usually work with, and there's facial features that are really unique that I love, that potentially, had I been given an opportunity, I would have talked myself into changing into the same faces that I always use, you know? And so it was really fun, because then the other thing too is like I hit the play with genetics button and then generated the kids and then didn't touch them, which means they're all pretty unique based off their parent. And so is actually the grandmother too. So it was really fun. So there's some different looking Sims in this family. I think they're going to really add a lot to the game, and they're really fun. And it gets me out of my same face issue, which I've been having for forever. I'm so bad at it. And this is a really good time to have really interesting, unique Sims too, because this will be going out later for you guys. It'll have been, I think, probably a month and a half by the time you guys see this. But for me, like 2 days ago, the Neighborhood Stories thing dropped, and I'm so excited to sit and play with that. I almost blew off doing voiceovers just so I could sit and play it, I'm not gonna lie. And now I have a place to be, and I'm like, I'm not gonna get to play till later tonight or possibly tomorrow. But that's okay, because I'm so excited. It's gonna be so sweet to play. I'm so, like, I've seen some posts and stuff where people are like, it's chaos, I have to turn this off and this off and this off. I'm okay with chaos for a little while. I'm okay with it, because I like to tell stories, but without a little bit of chaos, my stories kind of get, again, very samey. I think it's just a matter of, because I've been playing this game for so long. And so I'm quite keen on a little bit of chaos. I think it's going to be quite fun. I'm going to be devastated when Sims start dying. when there is that first like mass death event, I am going to be heartbroken. But it's okay, because we'll get there. And it means it's going to be more fun to make NPC type Sims to just put out in the world and see what happens. Because you're going to be making and losing and finding new Sims and stuff. It's going to be really fun. I'm quite excited. I'm quite excited to play around with it. I'm trying to decide if I want to turn everything on in my current personal save, or if I want to start a new personal save and see how bad the chaos is first. And the reason I'm concerned about that is because the family that I'm like predominantly playing in my personal save right now, I've had for I think about 5 years, and I'm pretty attached to them. And I don't want to see something super chaotic happen to them until I know it's going to react. I had a family that I had for many, many years that I lost fairly recently because the save, I don't know what, I just logged in one day and that save was gone. which was deeply disappointing. And I don't know if I want to go through that heartbreak again. So I'm kind of thinking I might start a new save. We'll see. Anyways, going back to this family. This family's gonna be really fun to do with those family stories, because they're an 8-sim family, so there's not gonna be babies, but there's gonna be probably a lot of moving in, moving out, getting different jobs and things. Each sim, I'll run through the list actually real fast because I've been talking through them, but each sim pretty much has somebody in the house they relate to. I tried to do that intentionally. So there's Juliana, the mom, who's the master chef, but she's family oriented, loves the outdoors, and is a foodie. Her husband Garrett is a computer whiz, which gives him the quick learner trait. He's also good, neat, and ambitious. And then his bio kids are Brandon and Sonia. Brandon is a rambunctious scamp who loves the outdoors, and Sonia is a leader of a pack who is gregarious. She's creative and a dance machine. May, Joshua, and Isaac biologically belong to Juliana. And May is a computer whiz and a quick learner, so she gets along really well with Garrett. Joshua is a whiz kid and a bookworm, so he'll actually get along with Mariana, who will meet last. And Isaac is a social butterfly, so he really loves hanging out with Sonia. It works out pretty good because then Brandon, Garrett's kid, really likes hanging out with Juliana because they both love the outdoors. Mariana is Garrett's mom, and she moved in to help with the kids because now there's 5 of them all under one roof. And she gets like the mother-in-law suite, quote unquote, down in the downstairs. She has the big happy family trait, so she's domestic. She's also good, neat, and a bookworm. So I tried to make it so that there was always someone the sim could talk to, you know? And I think I did okay. I think they're going to be pretty happy. I'm sure there's going to be spats because there's 5 children living under one roof. There's going to be spats, and there's not enough bathrooms, let's be real. But I think they'll have a lot of fun and hang out pretty well. So, and all of the kids were playing with genetics sims. I didn't curate them. So the twins are actually not quite identical, and May is a byproduct of just hitting the button. And it's really fun. It was really interesting to see how they all turned out because, like I said, I didn't edit them after the fact. I put their clothes on, but in the first 10 minutes, they all got their body type and the quickest personality I could pick and still stay sort of how I wanted it to, be, because I had sat down to do it, and then immediately all heck broke loose and we all got called back into work. Which should not surprise anyone, because in the middle of the voiceover for the first part of their house, literally in the middle of the voiceover, I was like, excuse me guys, if you just heard that noise, I just got a DM to go back to work. But it's they're such long voiceovers because they're 35 minutes a piece. Well, actually one is 37, I think. That was I'm not gonna have time to re-record this. I just gotta finish it because I was it's 25 minutes into it or something dumb like that. So I was I just want to get it done. I haven't had a lot of sit down and play games time lately, which is not always a bad thing. It's good when you're busy and you're having fun, but that's why I want to find time this weekend to play the new Neighborhood Stories. I'm so excited. And I have a bunch of stuff I want to catch up on game wise. It's funny, going into springtime, I'm outside a lot more, and so the little bit of time I have for free time for games and stuff usually gets kind of toasted a little bit because I'm always outside, but that's okay. But here's the screenshots. I think I'm gonna let you go because unfortunately I just recorded that 37-minute voiceover and I can hear the kind of scratchy sadness in my voice. So I'm gonna let you go. I really like this family. They should be going up in the gallery eventually when I get that all worked out. I think you guys are gonna have a lot of fun with them. I'm gonna have so much fun with them. They're gonna make such a good Neighborhood Stories family, I think. But I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a great week. I hope your month is going fantastic. I don't want to say anything about the year because that seems to jinx things. We're not calling years this year. Nobody call it. Nobody say anything. But I hope your month is fantastic, and I'll talk to y'all very, very soon.